So now I'm going to talk about something else that's very close to my heart. A lot of people have heard me talk quite a bit, I don't know how many of you, quite a bit, about my favorite place on the planet. Yeah, that's right. I heard it right there. That's Kmart. My employer. Kmart, that's right, Gibson. Yeah, Kmart. Because I love Kmart. I absolutely hate Kmart. It is quite possibly the worst place on earth. I knew it from the first day I saw it, but I still applied there and still accepted a job there and still work there to this day. And I don't know why, because it drives me absolutely insane. To start, the color of Kmart, what's the color of Kmart? Red, it's red. The color of hell. It is my burning hell, is Kmart. I mean, I go into Kmart and nothing annoys me more than a customer who has no idea what they want, but they try to explain something to you anyway. They're like, you go up to them, okay, and it always starts the same. Excuse me, do you need any help? And I say it in that voice because I'm nice when I'm working at Kmart, or at least I pretend to be. And I say, excuse me, do you need any help? And they say no. And you walk away, and as you slowly get away, you get like 5 to 10 feet away, they go, oh wait! And like, you couldn't have taken the 3 seconds to think about that you needed help before you asked me if you needed help. And then they tell me to look for something, and it's never there. I don't know if you've ever been inside Kmart, but they have everything and absolutely nothing. Like you go into Kmart, you look around, you're like, wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Do you have this on DVD? No, we don't carry that. Do you have hedge clippers? You can look over there, but I'm pretty sure we don't have them. Or like, can you help me look for this? Sure, but we're not going to find it. And then I've worked registers, and there are always people who think things are on sale that are absolutely not on sale. Like, you look at the wall in Kmart, and there's like this little sign underneath this one little microwave that says 50% off, and suddenly the whole store is 50% off. And then they come to the front with like this giant big flat screen TV, and they're like, oh, it's 50% off. I'm like, where did you see this? They're like, oh, next to the microwave. And I say, next to the microwave? Do you realize that it only applied to the microwave, right? It even said it on the tag. If you bother reading past the giant 50% that they grab you with to make you buy stuff, you would see that this is the only thing that is 50% off, not this flat screen TV that you brought to me. And then they're like, oh really? So then they like go back, and then they have me look for another TV that's slightly lower priced, and they start pulling coupons out of nowhere. I'm like, coupons for like random stuff, like toothpaste. Like, does this apply? Do you see the picture of toothpaste on here? There's a toothpaste tube on this coupon, and you were telling me you think that applied to a flat screen TV? It drives me crazy. And like, if you worked at Kmart, you would know. You look at the managers at Kmart, and it's just pathetic. Like, it makes you feel bad about life, because you know they're going to be there forever. And you know they're the ones, you look at them and you're like, this guy's like 60, and he's been at Kmart his whole life. How does he pretend to be this happy around customers? It's like, it's amazing, actually. They're the managers who just obviously don't care, and they hate their job, but they still somehow became a manager. And you just look at them, and you like ask them questions, they're like, whatever, figure it out. And that was really great during the first week I was working there. Figure it out. If I had like a dollar for every time, and I say a dollar instead of a nickel because it didn't really happen that many times, but if I had a dollar for every time they said that, I would be a rich man. But yeah, so I hate Kmart. Just thought I'd let you all know. I mean, I thought you'd be interested. I hate it. I got one more thing I want to talk about with you all, and that was who here actually. Let's do a little survey. Who here participated in the Connecticut Winter Olympics? Let's get a survey here. All right. That was awful, wasn't it? Can anyone agree with me? I mean, anyone want to vouch? I mean, it was very hard. Uthra? Really? Did it really push him that hard? That's impressive. I mean, I'm pretty sure the hardest thing you had to do was like crawl under something. But, I mean, this is what it is. Like, you walk out there with your team that you've assembled, you're like, whatever, 10 or 6 or however many people you had. You walk out there, and like, you see Mr. Piscatelli standing there with his microphone, and you're like, why do you have a microphone? This doesn't even make sense. We're outside. No one, it doesn't even matter. And you're just looking at it like, okay. I don't know what you intend to preach to me. And then he does his little spiel, and then you get together with your team and you look around and you're like, oh, we're gonna lose pretty bad. I mean, that's what I did. I don't know. Sorry to anyone on my team. But I called that from the beginning.
Very true.
Sorry, Joe. It was your fault, by the way. You know, you make up your team, and the worst part is coming up with a name for your team, right? Because, no, you don't think so? Because I honestly, coming up with a name for your team, anything you think is funny is just really terrible, and everyone on the team says it's terrible. And, you know, so we're looking around with my team, and I'm like, they're like, come up with something, Mike, come up with something. I'm like, I'm not coming up with anything. And then someone came up with the team name that we decided to stick with, which was, you know, it was a champion of a name. It really was the perfect name. It was Team Wizard. We were, well, that was an enthusiastic reaction over there. Because we were Team Wizard, and we will cast spells at you as we carry water pitchers around and jump rope. Yes! Oh, doesn't that get you? Doesn't that strike fear in your heart? It made me fearful for our outcome. But so then we go over and we go to the first event. Oh, this should be cool. We got to carry a pitcher of water on a tile around stuff, which turned out to be incredibly difficult. I didn't actually participate in this event, but people were struggling at this. I mean, 4 people carrying strain going really slow, but every time someone managed to like step on something that would make them jerk their arm and the water would spill down. It took us like 3 minutes and 50 seconds to just go like this, like 20 feet maybe. It was ridiculous. And then you go over to the obstacle course. The obstacle course, I've never seen so many people fail at jumping rope in like such a short time. Like everyone, it was just. It was not pretty sight. And then like popping that balloon, that was fun. Just everyone like, boo, 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 which everyone thought was hilarious. And so then there was that, and then there was the football throwing event. Like, this is great. It's absolutely freezing outside. These footballs are hard as rocks. Let's pelt them with people with blindfolds on. We'll blindfold the person throwing it so they can't see what they're doing, and then we'll have them throw the footballs. That's great. And like, half the footballs were flat, which was fine because it just made them bounce off people. But I mean, that wasn't a great idea. And then we get to the tube event. Where you have to drag someone in a tube, and it was like, that was a disaster. You're looking at people like yelling at people like, you're fat, and I'm like, oh, there could be a me. I mean, you volunteered to drag them. I'm sure you're not that easy to drag either. And no one could drag. I mean, I got dragged by someone 20 pounds lighter than me, and like, I could not drag them at all. I felt terrible, like you're running, like your feet are slipping, you're trying to get around this cone, and it's just absolutely horrible. And then in the end, we come here tonight, and Mr. P announces the winners, and I just watched this with absolute awe. Why did they play the Olympics music? Was this event really worth that? Like, we just struggled through like a handful of just horrible like soccer events and stupid stuff, and then like we come in here and the team wins and everyone's so happy, like the most excited they've been in at least a few hours, and they run up and they're like standing there with their medals, and I'm just shaking my head. And that's all I have to say. So I thank you for your time.
Yes, I like my microphone. Where's my next group?